And we are live once again, Rudra, as we spoke too soon the previous time. Monaco, short qualifying.
I mean, we might have jinxed the stream because of what we said before.
Yep, indeed we did. I always wonder what car that is, by the way.
I don't know, looks to be like a make of Skoda, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. And in the Principality of Monaco, the virtual Principality, no doubt, we go racing. And we're on with a Red Bull of Sick Nick.
They will definitely be looking to gain a couple of points in today's race. They are so far the only team yet to score a single point.
Yes, they are, as I set up the map. Looks like KDB's already set the fastest lap of 1 minute 12.861.
That's a pretty decent lap to start with.
It is. And Accelerate right behind him, but both of them in the pits. The Supreme Leader shortly behind them as well. Tenths of a second is what divides them, and he knocks the wall, Sick Nick. And so does the Mercedes behind him. And into the pits he goes.
Raskas is not kind to the drivers.
Yep,
it never has been.
On board the Avocado, who's on his hot lap. I always love Monaco. It's one of my favorite circuits, to be really honest.
Mine too. I mean, it is the third part of the crown jewel of motorsports.
Yep.
And so far, only one driver has managed to win the triple crown.
Yep. Graham Hill, if I'm not wrong. And
what a legend.
Yep, indeed. Into the tunnel. Funny thing about this tunnel, back in the day, it used to be like in real life, it didn't have lights.
Yeah, it almost looked like a railway tunnel, to be frank.
Yep. And Bix 356 on his outlap. Trusty Nish. 1 minute 15.373. Puts him in 11th position on the grid for now. 8 minutes to go. So lots of time to go as sector 1 and 2 goes yellow. As one of the racing points which came to a halt. Not wrong.
I guess so too.
And he's gone into the pits. Mr. Wex, who was with us a few minutes ago. Both the front row drivers are out on their outlap. KDB and Accelerate. Mr. Wex in through the tunnel. He'll be looking forward to set himself for pole. Accelerate flying in the Toro Rosso.
He sure looks to be catching up to KDB, but even a tiny slip can cause him to lose a lot of time. The circuit is very cruel.
Just on his outlap, KDB still holds provisional pole with a 1 minute 12.861.
If you look at it, Accelerate is just 0.2 of a second off. It's not a big gap to catch up to, but given Monaco, you never know.
He meets traffic in between, then, you know, he can kiss those 0.2 goodbye for sure.
Maybe more than that.
Yep.
So far, he is the close competitor.
Setu RC18 doing a good job there, letting Accelerate through.
I mean, that's what we would expect to see for the entirety of the race. You will come across a lot of such incidents.
Yep, and Supreme Leader comes out for his outlap along with UK, Freeze, as well as Gouts and Thor. Oh, he's pushing
Accelerate doing his best, yes.
Yep, pushing it to the limit.
Now this is where it matters the most. Can he gain some time over here?
And
looks a little bit slow on the exit.
Does he do it? Is this enough for provisional pole? Yes, it is. 1 minute 11.
My God, that was an outstanding lap.
Indeed. 1 minute 11.866. Yep. Over a second faster than KDB's previous lap.
I mean, that really was a promising lap. It looked like he missed out on some spots, so I could imagine that he would have been faster perhaps.
And we'll find out because there's still 5 minutes to go. He can put in a decent lap once more. As Supreme Leader tries to heat up his tires. Slowing incredibly. UK
Going slow perhaps.
nicks the wall there.
I almost thought his race was over.
Polly across the line he comes. That
Couldn't
was-
improve on his time, sadly.
Yep. 1 minute 14.176 is what he sticks to. And he's on a hot lap right now.
I think the most crucial segment here for Monaco would be the Marabou hairpin, because people could lose up to half a second on a single lap at that section. As we speak about it, here we are.
Yep.
Ooh, a bit too slow for comfort.
Slow indeed. Rocket Man on his outlap along with Rusty Nish as the tunnel has UK and Williams right behind him. Yellow flag in sector 3. I'm guessing every driver's kind of meeting the wall every now and then. Hopefully not too much damage. KDB comes out for his hot lap. And seems like, yep, the Mercedes of Fries goes back into the pits. Thor on his hot lap as well. Vix 356 holding on to that curb. And KDB is on his out lap. You think he can better the time? Do you think he'll get pole here? Or Williams on pole?
He is almost a second behind Accelerate right now. Exactly a second. And to cover that up in Monaco is a bit challenging.
And we've seen how the Williams has suffered in terms of pace, like even on the straights. So, but that was with Thor, of course, against VK back in Baku. Not a strong race for him. But regardless, KDB won the race in Azerbaijan. So it'll be really interesting to see how he does in Monaco.
Very true. I mean, out of the two Williams drivers, KDB has constantly been outperforming his teammate. And as we look here, Thor is currently in 14th place. So not that great of a start yet.
Not that great of a start yet, indeed. As yellow flag in sector 1. I'm guessing a lot of drivers are just losing momentum in certain corners and nicking walls and just slowing down incredibly, causing the yellow flags to come out. And I think a Renault has stopped in sector 1. Okay, he just got going again. Well done there, the Haas. As KDB across the line, fastest lap so far, 1 minute 11.667.
He beats Accelerate by 0.2 of a second. It indeed is an awesome feat to achieve right now.
Yup, and Accelerates on his out lap, so he should be on his hot lap any moment now. Mr. Wex in the with the front runners this race. His time set gives him P3 for now. 2 minutes to go.
He's comfortably ahead in P3 right now. I mean, P4 is a second behind. I doubt anybody would catch up to him with only 2 minutes to go.
Yep, sector 3 gets a yellow flag again. I'm guessing a McLaren and a Renault, they're having a bit of a moment. Gouts will be involved there.
Very easy to lose your rear in Monaco and just go for a bit of a tank slapping spree. And you have to remember that this circuit is very, very narrow compared to the normal well-built circuits.
Seems like
you
UK
have to be very, very precise.
Seems like UK has retired from the session. I'm guessing he went into the wall back there. Yellow flag in sector 2.
We'll have to look at that event closely, but that is rather unfortunate.
Indeed, yellow flag, sector 2, yep. Accelerate on his hot lap. At the corner
A little bit of a corner cutting.
Yep.
But he gets away with it.
Yep, yellow flag in sector 1 and 2 again. We're going to see a lot of yellow flags in the qualifying. Like we expected, let's hope. There isn't too many yellow flags in the race as KDB retires as well.
This does not bode well
If
for the other
Accelerate comes
drivers.
across the line fastest. Nope, he's on another hot lap
That's
right now.
not better this time, but if things stand the way they are, I think Accelerate might be able to clinch a little bit of hope.
Siknig retires from the session as well.
I mean, Sarthak, we should have bet on the 90 NFs earlier, shouldn't we have?
Yeah, but not in qualifying. I mean, qualifying is the least expected time you really expect a couple of DNFs. I mean, retiring from the session in qualifying when everyone's pretty much, being responsible, giving way to others and whatnot. Okay, you got 3
I mean, I
cars in
guess
the tunnel.
part of it comes from the pressure that they are under.
For sure.
Because in Monaco, the lower you qualify for the grid, the less chances you have to gain places.
KDB still is in provisional pole, and Accelerate comes around. He's got a car up ahead. Could that car hold him? Freeze retires from the session as well as qualifying ends here in Monaco. Accelerate and Mr. Vex are both on hot laps. Can they make a difference?
Accelerate did not finish the lap, but
Accelerate goes
he
into
doesn't
the
have to.
big man Joe with the P3. He'll stop P3. And Mr. Vex,
He got P3 by a comfortable margin, to be honest.
Yep, and I saw him slowing down incredibly in the previous corner, so I doubt Mr. Vex can put in a better lap. As Srivatsan 10 crosses the line to seal P7. KDB is provisional pole and Mr. Vex coming to a halt on track. He seems to have issues. Yellow flag in his sector.
That is a very dismal sign, to be honest, at the end of qualifying.
Yep, he seems to have an issue. But regardless, KDB will start in pole at Monaco, right? And Accelerate right behind, followed by Big Man Joe. And of course, Mr. Vex, who we are on board with right now. Maybe he could have put a better lap in if he hadn't had that mishap in one of those corners. Oh, he's
almost totals his car. That was very, very scary.
Indeed. He's sporting the pumpkin helmet himself too.
What a massive move. So, talk to me, Sarthak, about Red Bull's qualifying. Again, another dismal showing.
Yep, Cygnus Raghavan, I mean, didn't even set a time, and Cygnig's time only gave him like a track position of P11. So, I mean, when we spoke to Cygnig in one of the pre-race chats, I think this was prior to the Baku one, he mentioned that he doesn't communicate with Cygnus Raghavan too often. So, I'm not surprised. You really need to communicate with your teammate during races. It's crucial.
Very, very true. I mean, even for the last Grand Prix, we discussed about their teammate communication, and it was almost non-existent. But it looks like until they fix this issue, we don't see any more improvements in the team.
Yep, you can't expect. I mean, compare them to the Toro Rosso team, how well they've been doing as teammates. Like, we had them on for the pre-race chat of the Monaco GP, and they were talking about how they've actually learnt track-specific things from each other.